Let's do a recap. So Flemeth is now Mythal, some sort of magical elven goddess. All her mystery is gone. She's no longer some powerful, potentially evil, conniving trickster. She's a revenge-seeking immortal woman who's trying to do something for some old elven goddess, whatever that is. There was no reason for this reveal, nor was there any reason for her to be in this story. Her revenge plot doesn't exist, nor has it ever existed. Her cameo is to give Morrigan, a side character, some kind of drama. Oh, and to give us a plot ticket to fight a dragon for some reason. I'd say there'd be like a dozen ways of revealing Flemeth without revealing her as an actual thing or being throughout the existence of Dragon Age franchise, but it seems like the writers haven't learned how to incorporate drama or how to do intrigue. In fact, they've kind of learned the opposite. It's something like they forgot about the lameness of her cameo in Dragon Age 2. This is not how you use side characters, and this is a very lame method of plot reveals, which in turn lower the intrigue of the narrative by having it reveal its cards just because it had a previous character from before. Combined with the reveal that Morrigan was never in any danger, and the fight in Dragon Age Origins with her was confusing and a giant waste of time. Why was Flemeth a revenge-seeking avatar of an elven goddess for thousands of years, potentially, hanging out in a swamp for dozens of years, raising a daughter she wasn't going to harm, and then potentially fighting us as a dragon? Why? Does Flemeth just like fighting people as a dragon? All of this was undeserving of the title of Flemeth, and shows no degree of literary skill. There's no world building or character development. Instead, there's a lack of meaning, and really just confusion. Flemeth is Mythal. Okay, A equals B. Here's a plot ticket. Morrigan's freaking out. I don't know what the stakes are. Flemeth isn't challenging us or attacking the protagonist or even Morrigan's weakness. It's a form of fluff that brings the narrative and a previous narrative down. But you do get a plot ticket. That's one thing. This is not the first time BioWare has done this with their ally-opponent side characters and the choices you've made, but you'd think they would have learned how to tie in these characters to the plot properly without shooting themselves in the foot. I guess the first time they did it, they shot themselves in the head. Then there's Kieran. The dark ritual choice is, well, it's just accounted for. There's no payoff. It's just a Dragon Age Origins thing you did, and it's gone. There's nothing dramatic about it. There's nothing shocking. There's no plot relevancy. Nothing really that interesting. Well, aside from Morrigan declaring herself as being a mom, which means it's more important to her than housing an old god soul. What is an old god soul anyway, and what was the big deal? Why does Flemeth want it? Why is this even here? None of the characters in our plot here are even remotely involved or interested in any of this. And if you didn't do the Dark Ritual, then absolutely no mention of gods or old souls or anything are involved. Flemeth just shows up at the shrine, gives you the plot ticket, and there's no difference. You fight a dragon, so what's the big deal here? Why even have Flemeth here? What happened to that watery lady figure? Why couldn't she have been Mythal or a spirit of Mythal or whatever? Why is Flemeth here? And lastly, the plot ticket that Flemeth gives us involves fighting a dragon to stop the enemy's dragon. However, in the process of actually proving to ourselves that we can stop a dragon, why do we then need this dragon to fight another? Let's not forget we can kill the 8 or so other optional dragons just fine in the game as well, so what's the big deal? Not to say getting a resource like a dragon is a bad thing to accomplish our goal, but here the whole concept of needing this specific dragon comes into question. Is Corey's dragon that much stronger? Shouldn't we focus on its weakness as opposed to just getting another dragon? Is this dragon we're getting its counter? Should we go after the dragon and our tamed dragon keeps Corey busy? Isn't this just a matter of strategy and not absolutes, like we didn't need to get this dragon? Does anyone really care about this idea? It's kind of like the Mass Effect 2 Omega Relay problem all over again, just simpler. Definitely not as stupid, though. So, we start our next mission by going to the war table and selecting what looks like Skyhold, and it's called Doom Upon All the World. And now that we think we're winning, we're just trying to find Corey and finish the job.
Did you find what you need, Inquisitor?
I can match the dragon. Corypheus is another story.
Technically, if we're able to defeat dragons, we, yes, are matching them and then some. But sure, we do have our own. Not sure why we're not contemplating the rest of our resources, like the hundreds, if not thousands of troops we've accumulated, but okay, sure, dragon versus dragon.
Then all that remains is to find Corypheus before he comes to us.
And why are we scared of him coming to us? We have no idea where he is, and we have an awesome castle in the mountains. This is like Haven times 20. It's a huge stone castle. All sorts of magical and Templar troops are in it. We could have the wardens if we chose to keep them. Corey's numbers are much smaller than before since we've been beating him the entire game and crushed his generals. We have it heavily fortified and we're higher on ground on a mountain. We've got all sorts of great armor and weapons. We have Morrigan's magic. We have some sort of knowledge of an ancient elven goddess in our head. And now we've got a dragon. I mean, we just don't have a target. So why not just send out lots of scouts first? Or, I don't know, appoint some inquisitors and do the Inquisition thing, like all sneaky like. Go door to door, find people loyal to Corypheus, figure out where he is. Get our scouts going, get our diplomats spying for us. We've got lots of options here.
We've been looking for his base since all this began, with no success.
So we still have no idea where he is.
His dragon must come and go from somewhere.
Oh, what about the deep roads? We could send word to Orzammar, hire envoys to...
Corypheus.
He did that? But why?
Because that was his original plan. He wants to enter the Fade again. He wants to cover Thedas and Soylent Red and demons. I mean, don't we know this by now, Mrs. Spy Master? Was the future trip we took not clear enough? It's not that big a mystery anymore.
Either I close the breach again, or it swallows the world.
But that's Magnus. Wouldn't it kill him as well?
Why would opening the hole in the sky again kill him if it didn't the first time?
Inquisitor, we have no forces to send with you. We must wait for them to return from the Arbor Wilds.
Really? Okay then. That's a heck of a lot of resources we threw at the Arbor Wilds. Has the lack of our army really slowed us down before? Like whenever we wanted to go across the map with 4 people? Isn't it usually just us, our party, fighting everyone anyway, wherever we go? With the occasional handful of troops with us? I mean, there is no army mode in this game, and there really should have been, or like at the end of like Dragon Age Origins. At least that had the illusion of an army you could choose to send in while you're fighting.
I must go now, before it's too late.
Okay, Soups, calm down. Before what is too late? Before small groups of demons start falling out of the sky and terrorize whom? Everyone left that place since the beginning of the game. And didn't we face those demons in the first level of the game? They didn't seem that hard. I mean, yeah, we should still go, but what's the big deal? What's going to be too late? The Temple of Sacred Ashes was turned into a smoldering crater. There's no one there. At least I think that's the Temple of Sacred Ashes. I could be wrong. And this could be a new hole in the sky. The game never actually makes that very clear. I think that's the Temple of Sacred Ashes. Seems a lot more castle-ier than I recall it. Great. How are we going to close that hole in the sky? Is there a smaller sister rift on the ground beneath it like before?
Tell me, where is your maker now? Call him. Call down his wrath upon me. You cannot, for he does not exist. I am Corypheus. I shall deliver you from this lie in which you linger. Bow before your new god and be spared.
Never!
Yeah, that's about as hammy as it gets.
As you wish. I knew you would come.
It ends here, Corypheus.
And so it shall.
Well, that dialogue isn't going to be winning any awards. And now he's raising the castle-ish, temple-ish ruins into the sky. Essentially, he has built us a staircase. So, hey, we don't have to find a sister rift on the ground. He just brought the problem we're trying to solve to us. Now, I don't know what the range on Mark is, but it's pretty obvious what's going to happen next here. There are stupid antagonists, and then there's this guy. This is the dumbest, most contrived stuff. I mean, whoever thought this was a good idea and all these actions throughout the story needs to be... take the whole dialogue out of the entire game, print it out, and just get spanked by it or something. This is bad. There is no reason to raise the ground here. There's none. Why would he even want to... what? Is he just being egotistical and saying, look at me, I can raise the ground? Is he angry? I mean, what is he trying to do? How is making us a staircase to the problem we couldn't reach hindering us? Does he want a handicap? Does he want to give us hope? What? Why not just fly into the sky with his many methods of flight, where no one can reach us, and keep making that hole bigger, and hopefully send some demons in? I mean, why even show up? Is he desperate, or is he just an idiot loser? When your antagonist is comically dumb, your protagonist either has to point this out, or fear of the hero not responding or addressing this idiocy, because he then has to play off this idiocy. Is giving us what we need to win, is that a winning strategy? Does he need us to do something with Mark, and that will enact his plan? Is he tricking us? Maybe. Okay, that could be it. I mean, why else would he do this?
You have been most successful in foiling my plans, but let us not forget what you are. A thief in the wrong place at the wrong time. An interloper. A gnat.
Yeah, I screwed up your weird ritual. So what? Am I going to foil your plans again because you want them to fail? Unless you have some brilliant magical trick you're going to perform where it looks like we beat you and then you need Mark to close the rift in the sky and it kills us or something. If you don't have that, you're an idiot. You are that bad. I don't know why you suck so bad or why the writers made you suck, but everything you've done has been a failure. You're not intimidating. You're an egomaniacal fool.
We shall prove here, once and for all, which of us is worthy of godhood.
I don't believe in gods.
Wow, what a... I'm not sure what that back and forth was, but, the theist who wants to be a god talks to the atheist. He's like, once and for all, we will see who's worthy of godhood. And you're like, what? Not only do I not want to be a god, I don't believe in gods. And there's the blank stare, which I'm guessing is how a theist looks at someone who's never talked to an atheist before. Of course, in this instance, he knows gods are real, so I guess he'd think that we're looking stupid. And then we have blank stare number 2, where we just want to stop this guy because he's killing people. And I have to ask who wrote this scene. There's no discussion here. There's no argument. There's no conflicting of ideals. There's no ethics being challenged. There's nothing. It's like, I want to be a god. Get out of my way. No one can relate to this. This is what happened. Generic bad guy wants to become a god and thinks we do, but we don't. Does this make any sense? Okay, so Corey still wants to be a god, but it seems like he doesn't know how or what that involves, and somehow he needed the mark to do so. So what is he really trying to do now? Yes, there's a hole in the sky, demons are bad, we get that. But why would he think that we have this knowledge or desire to do what he's doing? Are we watching some other story here? I mean, is this the right bad guy for the right story we're in? I mean, is he confused? Are the writers confused? Because all we've done is thwart him at every turn. We can't kill him, so we just stop all his plans. Does he honestly think we have the same goal as he does? And is that why he's in our opposition? I don't know. So his dragon comes out of wherever and our dragon comes out of wherever. Yeah, no kidding. How dare I summon a dragon when you did the same? Yeah, is that like the blasphemy to your royal godliness, whatever that is? Maybe the gods have dragons and he's insulted that we have one? Is that why he thinks I don't know. So we go through the big blood sponge battle times 3. Corey teleports all over the place because boss. Not only is the dialogue god awful, but it's not even played correctly.
All you love will be ground under the Imperium's heel.
I don't know what he said. So you're fighting and following him until you get a cutscene of your dragon fighting the other one. They crash into each other, and your dragon loses and dies, and it weakens the other one. And it seems like the crash knocked out Corey, so now you're just fighting a weakened dragon. And then your Inquisitor does some sort of gambit move with his staff and punctures some holes in the dragon, killing it. And some red spirit thing goes over to Corey, who looked like he was knocked out, but on a way higher elevation. Yeah, okay. Good luck figuring out this terrain. So he starts doing something with his orb. We keep wailing away at him, and he gets all pissy.
Do not, ancient ones, I beseech you!
Oh, calling for your god now, huh? Who hasn't bothered responding to you. Yeah, that's really godlike of you.
If you exist, if you ever truly existed, aid me now!
And then we just pick up the orb with their mind powers thing. I don't know, it's magic. So first things first, we close the hole in the sky. Seems like we didn't need to be that close to it, and of course we know exactly how this orb thing operates because we just do, or we have that whole goddess knowledge thing in our heads.
You wanted into the Fade.
So you just gave him what he wanted. Why did you do that? Why didn't you just kill him? And how did you suddenly have the knowledge of making rifts? I thought you could only close them. So does that mean Corey's now going to become a god? Oh my. So now Corey is gone. And the collapsing lair trope rears its ugly head. But instead of having an escape scene or gravity just dropping us like a giant broken castle, we just lose consciousness, fade to black, and then we wake up on the ground. Everyone's fine. It's magic.
Solas?
The orb.
I know you wanted the orb saved. I'm so sorry.
It is not your fault.
There's more, isn't there?
It was not supposed to happen this way.
And you know our mysterious Solas so well that he has more to say, or is it like the voices in your head thing?
No matter what comes, I want you to know you shall always have my respect.
Inquisitor, are you alive?
And everyone just walks up to us as if nothing happened. How did these guys get down here when two of them were at least part of my party? How and why did Solas and I stay up here then? There was no demon opposition apparently. It was just Corey and his dragon and whatever few demons he summoned at that time. And we didn't fall into the ground from 30 stories up, nor did we shatter all of our bones, let alone the crumbling castle. Oh, right, it's magic.
What do we do now?
We go back to Skyhold.
I think she meant that more in the broader sense. So there's a party back at Skyhold. Solas is gone. Some people are staying, some people aren't. Cassandra says this.
What's important is that you're here with me.
There was a moment after the orb exploded. I thought for certain you were dead. I prayed, don't take him from me, not after all we've been through. And then I saw you through the smoke. Sometimes the Maker is kind.
And when did the orb explode? We used it to close the breach, it dropped to our feet, and just lay there. We opened up a rift, Corey went through it, and the castle started falling, Solas and I remained on the platform, and then we woke up and found the orb in pieces. Somehow, during this time, you and Cole, who were in my party, got to the ground okay. When did you actually see the orb explode, and how did you get down there? And when did you see smoke? When did you see me go through the smoke? You called my name like this.
Inquisitor, are you alive?
And then I walked down a staircase. What are you talking about, you delusional lady? Does anyone know or understand what exactly happened? Believe it or not, there's more precedence for a fade theory in this narrative than in any other theoretical concept in a BioWare game. I'm under the assumption the DLC didn't fix any of this crap, however.
I simply wanted to steal a moment while I still can.
Well, isn't this kind of awkward? Did you want to rest your head on my shoulder? You're doing it wrong. I mean, is this the equivalent of the hover hand, but for heads? So we've restored some order, I guess. So it's time for an epilogue. Because everything's just flowing so naturally in this ending.
That Corypheus woke after his long slumber and found the world gone awry. He fought to bring back those days of magic and shadow, to raise himself as a god and set things right.
Really, was that his goal? I thought he wanted to be a god and torment everyone. Or because we're the religious zealotry victors, we're just spinning it any way we want, right?
Now, we are left with a scar in the sky to remind us of what almost was.
Wait a sec, I thought we fixed that.
And the sky is healed, healthy, whole. There's just that left to remember.
Looks that way.
Well, there were clouds and what looked like an aurora borealis. The northern or southern lights occur in the ionosphere at the northern and southern poles, which is, I believe, the base of the thermosphere. According to Earth, that's like 100 kilometers from sea level. Clouds occurred around 6 kilometers from sea level. I don't think we were that high up on both accounts, but okay, it's a magical light show scar thing that's somewhere up in the sky that doesn't go away.
You should not have given your orb to Corypheus, Dread Wolf.
Okay, so Solas is the Dread Wolf, and because he was too weak and couldn't open the orb, whatever that means, he gave the orb to Corypheus. So he could make holes in the sky. What was your plan?
I was too weak to unlock it after my slumber. The failure was mine. I should pay the price. But the people, they need me.
What people need you? The Elven? The beings in the Fade? Just people in general? What's the great problem here that you nearly destroyed the world? So Solas just stole the power of an elven goddess. Well, so much for Flemeth's revenge. So the moral of the story is don't be lazy and give your sky-destroying orb to other people, or they'll think themselves gods and turn people into glowing red rocks, which might force you to eat your goddess friend so you can buy more DLC.